Sylvester Stallone's breakout role arrives in the unlikeliest of places, the Brooklyn streets of 1958. In The Lords of Flatbush, a coming-of-age drama that seamlessly blends comedy, romance, and teenage rebellion. Stanley Rosiello, played by Stallone with signature intensity, is the de facto leader of the Lords, a group of lower-middle-class teens hell-bent on living life to the fullest, chasing girls, stealing cars, and getting into fistfights at every turn. Shot on shoestring budget in just 86 minutes, this cult classic would go on to delight audiences and gross over $4 million at the box office, a testament to Stallone's burgeoning talent and enduring appeal. Deep within the labyrinth of 1970s New York, a gritty drama unfolds in No Place to Hide, a thriller that would mark an early turning point in Sylvester Stallone's storied career. As Jerry Savage, Stallone brings a nuanced intensity to his portrayal of a radical student activist torn between love and violence. With a modest budget and a gripping plot centered around corporate espionage and FBI entanglements, this low-key film may not have reached the box office heights its audience desired, but it's a testament to Stallone's nascent talent and unwavering commitment to his craft. As a pivotal entry in his oeuvre, No Place to Hide paved the way for the iconic roles that would soon come to define him as a Hollywood titan. Sylvester Stallone takes on the infamous Al Capone in Brian G. Hutton's 1975 crime drama, a fascinating glimpse into the life of one of America's most notorious gangsters. As young Al's star rises under the mentorship of Johnny Torrio, Stallone brings a captivating intensity to his portrayal of Frank Nitti, Capone's ruthless right-hand man. On screen, Nitti is a force to be reckoned with, exuding an air of loyalty and brutality that sets him apart from those around him. With its gritty realism and gripping storyline, Capone proved a box office success, grossing just shy of $2 million on a modest budget of $970,000, earning Stallone valuable experience and recognition for the young actor. Imagine a world where speed and bloodlust reign supreme. The future of 1975's cult classic, Death Race 2000. Sylvester Stallone takes on the role of Machine Gun Joe Viterbo, one half of a mismatched duo competing in a deadly cross-country car chase, mowing down pedestrians to rack up points for their team. With its tongue-in-cheek humor and over-the-top action, this campy sci-fi comedy quickly became an underground favorite. Made on a shoestring budget, Death Race 2000 grossed $8 million at the box office, cementing Stallone's status as a rising star in Hollywood. Its irreverent style would later influence many of Stallone's iconic roles, from Rambo to Rocky, solidifying his place in action film history. Meet Philip Marlowe, Private Eye, in Robert Altman's neo-noir masterpiece, Farewell, My Lovely. Stallone lands a supporting role as Johnny, Moose Malloy's rough-around-the-edges pal. He brings a gritty intensity to the part, fitting for this crime-ridden LA world. As Marlowe navigates his complex case, he finds himself entangled with femme fatale Helen Grail and the dark secrets that lie beneath. With a budget of just $2 million, Farewell, My Lovely proved a commercial success, earning a respectable box office take. It was one of Stallone's early turns behind the camera, a small but significant part in his formative film career. Meet Rocky Balboa, the underdog from the streets of Philadelphia, played by Sylvester Stallone in his breakout role. A drama that tells the story of a club fighter who finds his ticket to stardom when a chance encounter lands him in the ring with Apollo Creed, the heavyweight champion of the world. Stallone's performance is raw, emotional, and authentic, bringing depth to Rocky's unlikely journey. Behind the scenes, a tiny budget and long shooting hours couldn't dim the determination of Stallone and his team. The film was a massive hit, grossing over $117 million worldwide, cementing Stallone's status as a rising star. This unlikely hero would go on to inspire generations of fans, forever etching Rocky in cinema history. Sylvester Stallone's underappreciated drama, FISD, 1978, is a gripping tale of power, corruption, and loyalty set against the tumultuous backdrop of 1930s America. Stallone shines as John D. Johnny Kovac, a ruthless labor union leader who will stop at nothing to protect his interests. With raw intensity, he brings depth and nuance to a complex anti-hero, leaving an indelible mark on audiences. Behind the scenes, a modest budget of $11 million belied a bold vision that resonated with critics and earned Stallone's breakthrough performance recognition. As a turning point in Stallone's storied career, FIST showcases his versatility as an actor and cemented his reputation as a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. Meet Cosmo Carboni, one of the most iconic underdog characters in Sylvester Stallone's oeuvre, from the gritty 1940s set drama Paradise Alley. This raw, emotionally charged tale of three Italian-American brothers navigating the dark underbelly of New York City wrestling rings is a showcase for Stallone's versatility as an actor. With Cosmo at its heart, Stallone embodies a brooding intensity, channeling the pain and perseverance that would become hallmarks of his signature style. Behind the scenes, Paradise Alley marked a turning point in Stallone's career, with a modest budget and bold performance paying off at the box office, earning a whopping $7 million on just $6 million spent. This critically acclaimed film remains a testament to Stallone's enduring appeal as an artist and cultural icon. Rocky II is a testament to Sylvester Stallone's unyielding passion for his craft. The drama follows Rocky Balboa, a struggling boxer who finds love and stability with Adrian, but can't shake off the demons of his past. With an unforgettable performance that cements his status as the Italian stallion, Stallone brings depth and nuance to the character, expertly conveying Rocky's vulnerability and determination. As the film's narrative hurtles towards its iconic showdown, it's clear Stallone was on a mission to create something special, and he succeeded, grossing over $200 million worldwide on a budget of just $7 million, solidifying his place as one of Hollywood's most beloved action heroes. Meet Deke Da Silva, the iconic undercover cop at the center of 1981's gripping thriller Nighthawks. Sylvester Stallone brings his signature intensity to this dark and suspenseful tale of cat and mouse between an elite cop and one of Europe's most notorious terrorists. As Deke navigates the seedy underbelly of New York City, he must rely on wit and cunning to stay one step ahead of the deadly adversary. With its breakneck pace and razor-sharp dialogue, Nighthawks proved a commercial hit, raking in $20 million on a paltry $5 million budget, cementing Stallone's status as a box office powerhouse. A pivotal entry in his filmography, this stylish and gripping thriller showcased Stallone's versatility as an actor and writer. Imagine a world where hope and resilience are forged in the darkest of circumstances. Set against the backdrop of World War II, Escape to Victory tells the powerful story of a group of prisoners in a German prison camp who refuse to give up. As Captain Robert Hatch, Sylvester Stallone leads his fellow POWs on a daring plan. They'll take on the enemy by playing the German national soccer team. With drama and heart-pumping action, Stallone delivers a tour-de-force performance that captivates audiences. Made on a modest budget of $10 million, this film went on to rake in over $27 million at the box office. Rocky III is a defining chapter in Sylvester Stallone's journey as an actor and director. The story follows Robert "Rocky" Balboa, played by Stallone with trademark grit and determination, as he faces his toughest foe yet, the formidable Clubber Lang. But after crushing Lang, Rocky finds himself lost without his fighting spirit. That's when Apollo Creed, a former rival turned ally, joins forces to help him find his way back. With Stallone's unwavering dedication and the support of a Hollywood heavyweight, Rocky III becomes an unapologetic drama that showcases the actor's range. Meet John Rambo, a Vietnam veteran turned fugitive, driven by desperation and rage. Sylvester Stallone's iconic portrayal catapults him from relative obscurity to action hero status. When harassed by local lawmen in rural Washington state, Rambo flees into the unforgiving wilderness, sparking an escalating battle for survival. With only his wits and combat skills to rely on, Stallone brings a raw intensity to the role, making Rambo both relatable and terrifying. The film's success, a massive $125 million haul, stunned industry analysts. Rambo's breakout performance marked a turning point in Stallone's career, forging a path toward iconic franchises like Rocky and Rambo. Meet Nick, the unlikely country singer from Sylvester Stallone's underrated gem, Rhinestone. In this fish-out-of-water comedy, Stallone trades in his Rambo persona for a pair of cowboy boots and a whole lot of heart. With a bit of grit and determination, Stallone brings Nick to life, a rough-around-the-edges cab driver who finds himself catapulted into the spotlight by a mysterious siren. As Nick navigates the cutthroat world of 80s country music, Stallone shines in his comedic turn, bringing a lovable everyman quality to this underdog story. We're about to venture into one of the most iconic action films of the 80s, Rambo: First Blood Part 2. This adrenaline-fueled thrill ride follows John J. Rambo on a perilous journey back to the jungles of Vietnam, where he's been sent for a top-secret covert mission that puts his very survival at risk. Sylvester Stallone delivers another heart-pumping performance as the relentless, unyielding Rambo, driven by a fierce determination to expose the horrors of war and right the wrongs of the past. With its breakneck pacing and pulse-pounding action sequences, this film catapulted Stallone's franchise into the stratosphere, solidifying his status as a cinematic icon and cementing Rambo's place in pop culture history. Set against the backdrop of the Cold War, Rocky IV is a thrilling drama that pits American determination against Soviet might. As Robert "Rocky" Balboa, Sylvester Stallone embodies grit and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Facing off against formidable foe Ivan Drago, a behemoth of a man with the backing of the Kremlin, Rocky's quest for redemption becomes an all-out battle for national pride. With its gripping storyline and iconic training montages, this electrifying film catapulted Stallone to new heights, cementing his status as a global superstar and forever altering the trajectory of his remarkable career. Meet Marion "Cobra" Cabretti, the tough-as-nails street cop from Sylvester Stallone's 1986 thriller Cobra. A crime-ridden city provides the gritty backdrop for a cat-and-mouse game between Cabretti and a mysterious killer targeting the only surviving witness to a sinister cult with far-reaching plans. Stallone's performance is as rugged as his character, bringing depth to a hard-boiled hero driven by justice and compassion. With a modest budget of $25 million, Cobra proved to be a box office hit, raking in nearly $50 million at home. It remains one of Stallone's most underrated gems, cementing his status as an action icon. This visceral thrill ride showcases the actor's versatility, solidifying his legacy as a master of high-octane storytelling. Under the vibrant neon of Las Vegas, where the stakes are high and the characters are larger than life, Sylvester Stallone brings us Lincoln Hawk, a hard-luck big-rig trucker with a heart of gold. With raw intensity, Stallone embodies this everyman hero, driven by a singular focus, winning the World Arm Wrestling Championship to reclaim his son's love. As Hawk navigates the cutthroat world of professional arm wrestling, Stallone's performance is both visceral and authentic, injecting depth into a film that's equal parts action and drama. Amidst the glitz and glamour of the championship, Stallone delivers a knockout punch, cementing over the top as an iconic underdog tale in his storied career. Rambo 3 is a thrilling ride that catapults John Rambo into uncharted territory, one of redemption, loyalty, and selfless sacrifice. After years of battling tyranny, Sylvester Stallone's iconic character has finally found solace in the serenity of a monastery, seeking inner peace amidst the chaos of war. When his dear friend Colonel Troutman falls into enemy hands, Rambo is forced to confront the demons he thought he'd left behind, and once again take up arms for those he holds dear. With its breakneck action sequences and heartfelt performances, Rambo 3 soars on a wave of patriotism and camaraderie, cementing Stallone's status as one of Hollywood's most revered action heroes. Set against the gritty backdrop of a maximum security prison, Sylvester Stallone stars as Frank Leone, a man on the cusp of freedom, but instead finds himself trapped in a desperate game of survival. With a performance that showcases his trademark intensity, Stallone brings depth and nuance to a character torn between hope and despair. As Warden Drumgool's sinister intentions become clear, Leone must confront the dark forces that seek to deny him parole, sparking a cat-and-mouse battle that will test his mettle to the limit. With its tense thrills and emotional resonance, Lock Up is a gripping tale of human endurance, where one man's fight for freedom becomes an act of defiance against the system. Sylvester Stallone brings his signature brand of tough guy charm to the action comedy Tango and Cash, where he plays Raymond Ray Tango, a gruff but lovable narcotics detective. As Tango, Stallone gets to flex his muscles and showcase his comedic side in this buddy cop tale. But behind the scenes, the real chemistry was between director Roger Donaldson and Stallone himself, who drew heavily from classic film noir to craft a witty and thrilling ride. The result? A box office hit that grossed over $63 million on a budget of just $55 million, cementing Tango and Cash as one of the most beloved films in Stallone's iconic career. Rocky V marks a poignant chapter in Sylvester Stallone's storied career, as he takes on the role of Robert "Rocky" Balboa, now an aging champion struggling to find his place. The once unstoppable force behind the iconic Underdog tale has seen better days, his battered body and bruised ego speaking volumes about a lifetime of taking shots. With Stallone's performance, we witness Rocky's quiet introspection as he finds new purpose in training an up-and-coming fighter, evoking both humor and pathos. Meet Angelo Snaps Provolone, Sylvester Stallone's breakout comedic role in the 1991 cult classic Oscar. A far cry from his tough guy persona, Snaps is a lovable, bumbling gangster trying to leave the underworld behind. Stallone brings his signature charm and vulnerability to the character, making it impossible not to root for this well-meaning but hapless everyman. With a budget of just $35 million, Oscar proved that even in comedy, Stallone's star power shone bright. Despite its modest box office take, the film has become a fan favorite, solidifying Stallone's status as a versatile actor capable of effortlessly switching between action and comedy. Meet Detective Joe Bumowski, the lovable but hapless hero of Sylvester Stallone's 1992 comedy actioner Stop. Born from a modest budget and a desire to showcase Stallone's versatility, this film finds our man in a particularly tricky situation. His overbearing mother has arrived for a visit. With her signature blend of toughness and maternal devotion, she takes it upon herself to clean up the streets, and the streets are about to get a whole lot messier. Stallone brings his trademark charm to the role, gamely playing along with his mom's antics as she wreaks havoc on his job and love life. Meet Cliffhanger, a nonstop thrill ride of an action-adventure film that catapulted Sylvester Stallone to even greater heights. A year after a devastating loss on the slopes, former Ranger Gabe Walker is back in the saddle, teaming up with his partner Hal to rescue a group of stranded climbers. But little do they know, these innocent tourists are actually hijackers on a mission to plunder boxes of cash. Stallone's gritty performance brings depth and nuance to the rugged outdoorsman, making him an even more compelling hero as he battles against time and treacherous terrain. With a budget of $70 million, Cliffhanger proved to be a commercial success, grossing over $255 million worldwide. Sylvester Stallone's 1993 sci-fi actioner Demolition Man catapults him back into the spotlight and into the future as brash LA detective John Spartan awakens from cryogenic stasis to capture the notorious Simon Phoenix. With a career on a resurgence after the Rocky franchise, Stallone takes on this role with trademark machismo and wit. The film's unique blend of humor, action, and futuristic thrills made it an instant classic, grossing over $159 million worldwide. A critical darling, Demolition Man earned a stellar 6.762/10 on IMDb, cementing Stallone's status as a Hollywood icon. As the future isn't big enough for the both of them, this film remains an unforgettable chapter in Stallone's illustrious career. Sylvester Stallone's The Specialist is a high-octane thriller that puts his action hero credentials to the test as Ray Quick, a retired explosives expert with a penchant for revenge. When a woman hires him to take down her parents' killers, the stakes are set for a deadly game of cat and mouse. As Ned Trent, Stallone's character must navigate a complex web of loyalty, betrayal, and deception, showcasing his trademark intensity and charisma. Behind the scenes, The Specialist proved to be a box office smash, grossing over $170 million worldwide on a budget of just $45 million, cementing Stallone's status as a bankable action star. This film marked a pivotal moment in his career trajectory, solidifying his position as one of Hollywood's most enduring action icons. In the gritty underbelly of a dystopian future, Sylvester Stallone brings to life Judge Joseph Dredd, a lawman like no other. As the titular character, Stallone embodies a world where judges wield absolute power, acting as judge, jury, and executioner. In Judge Dredd, Stallone's performance is a force to be reckoned with, a relentless, brooding presence that commands attention. This sci-fi action epic, set against a backdrop of brutal violence and social upheaval, pits Stallone against an unjust system. Despite mixed reviews from critics, the film found its footing at the box office, earning over $113 million worldwide. A notable entry in Stallone's already storied career, Judge Dredd showcases his versatility as an actor, cementing his status as a Hollywood icon. We find ourselves in the gritty world of Assassin, where Robert Rath, played by Sylvester Stallone, is a seasoned hitman tasked with taking out a high-ranking mobster at a funeral. But when he's outgunned and left for dead, Rath witnesses a gruesome massacre that sets him on a collision course with redemption. With his rugged charm and charisma, Stallone brings depth to this complex character, making Rath's transformation from killer to anti-hero all the more compelling. Behind the scenes, Assassin was made on a modest budget of $50 million, yet still managed to gross over $30 million at the box office. As part of Stallone's diverse filmography, Assassin marks a deliberate shift towards character-driven storytelling, one that would continue to shape his career trajectory. Sylvester Stallone takes on the unforgiving New Jersey Tunnel in Daylight, an adrenaline-fueled thriller that puts his Kit Latura character at the helm of a desperate rescue mission. As the tunnel collapses around him, Latura must navigate treacherous passageways and toxic waste to lead the handful of survivors to safety. With his rugged, no-nonsense persona, Stallone brings gravitas to this high-stakes situation, making the impossible seem possible. Behind the scenes, a budget of $80 million yielded a whopping $159 million at the box office, solidifying Daylight as one of Stallone's most commercially successful films. This action-packed ride marked a pivotal moment in his career trajectory, cementing his status as a master of the genre. Sylvester Stallone brings his signature grit to Copland, a gripping crime drama that delves into the darker side of small-town America. As Sheriff Freddie Heflin, he plays a complex role, part idol, part enforcer, as he navigates a web of deceit and corruption in the idyllic town of Copland. With Stallone's nuanced performance, the film builds towards a heart-pumping climax that exposes the sinister forces at play. Behind the scenes, Critics praised Stallone's willingness to take on a non-traditional role, while the film's modest budget belied its box office success. As one of the most beloved action stars of his generation, Copland marked a significant shift in Stallone's career trajectory, cementing his reputation as a versatile and fearless filmmaker. Meet Weaver, the unlikely hero of DreamWorks Animation's 1998 comedy classic Ants. Sylvester Stallone lends his voice to this neurotic worker ant, whose obsessive nature often gets him into trouble. As Weaver switches places with a soldier, he finds himself in the midst of a parade, under the command of a ruthless general. But what seems like chaos is actually a clever ruse to fight against a termite army threatening the colony's safety. With its witty banter and irreverent humor, Ants became a surprise hit, earning over $172 million worldwide on a budget of just $60 million. This film marked a pivotal moment in Sylvester Stallone's career, showcasing his versatility as a voice actor and cementing DreamWorks' position as a major player in the animation industry. Meet Jack Carter, Sylvester Stallone's take on a gritty mob enforcer from the streets of Seattle. A man driven by revenge after discovering his brother's accidental death was nothing more than a calculated hit. Stallone brings depth to this complex character, walking the fine line between brutality and vulnerability. The film is an action-packed thriller with a dash of drama, taking viewers on a dark and twisty ride through the seedy underbelly of Las Vegas and Seattle. Behind its modest budget and low box office returns, Get Carter showcases Stallone's willingness to take risks on lesser-known properties. A pivotal moment in his career, it demonstrates his versatility as an actor and director, solidifying his status as a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. Meet Jimmy Bly, a rising star in the high-octane world of professional racing. But beneath his talent and charm lies a complex web of pressure and personal demons. Sylvester Stallone shines as Joe Tonto, a grizzled veteran who must confront his own dark past to help Bly reclaim his focus and dominance on the track. With its pulse-pounding action sequences and nuanced character study, Driven is a gripping drama that showcases Stallone's remarkable range. A commercial underdog, it grossed just over half its $94 million budget, but its impact endures as a testament to Stallone's enduring appeal and versatility as an actor. Sylvester Stallone's foray into the thriller genre is a dark horse that flew under the radar, yet deserves attention. Detox, released in 2002, weaves a sinister tale of isolation and survival. As Jake Malloy, Stallone plays an FBI agent struggling with his demons, both literal and figurative. Trapped in a Wyoming detox clinic with 9 fellow law enforcement misfits, the lines between therapy and torture blur when a killer emerges from the shadows. With its meager $55 million budget, Detox took in just $7 million at the box office. A box office bombshell, but one that still showcases Stallone's versatility as an actor and his willingness to take on unconventional roles. Meet Frankie Delano, a complex and charismatic character brought to life by Sylvester Stallone in the 2002 action comedy, Avenging Angelo. A woman driven by vengeance seeks out her mafia-connected father's faithful bodyguard, forming an unlikely bond that blossoms into love. As she navigates the dark world of organized crime, Frankie's determination and wit are put to the test against a ruthless adversary. With a modest budget, Stallone delivers a performance marked by humor and grit, elevating this underappreciated gem in his filmography. Despite its modest box office earnings, Avenging Angelo has become a cult classic, solidifying Stallone's reputation as a versatile actor capable of balancing comedy and drama with ease. Sylvester Stallone takes on a very different persona in Shade, a gritty thriller that pits him against his own instincts as a tough guy. As Dean the Dean Stevens, he's the ultimate card sharp, and Stallone brings a swaggering confidence to the role. But beneath the surface, this film is about the cutthroat world of con artists, where the stakes are high and loyalty is a luxury. Behind the scenes, production was marked by controversy over the script and the final product, but despite its modest budget, Shade managed to rake in a respectable box office return. As one of Stallone's lesser-known films, it's often overlooked, but for fans of the actor, Shade remains a fascinating footnote in his storied career. Sylvester Stallone's foray into family-friendly fare may seem out of left field, but the iconic actor brings his signature charm to the virtual world of Spy Kids 3D. Game Over. As the enigmatic toymaker, Stallone's character is equal parts sinister and lovably quirky, adding a dash of humor to this action-packed adventure. Behind the scenes, the film's unique blend of live action and CGI was a technical marvel at its release in 2003. The end result captivated audiences worldwide, grossing over $197 million and solidifying Stallone's status as a versatile actor capable of bridging genres. We're getting ready to rumble with one of the most iconic underdog stories in cinematic history, Rocky Balboa. Sylvester Stallone's eponymous hero is back, and this time he's facing his toughest foe yet, 30 years younger, faster, stronger Mason Dixon. As a retired fighter struggling to come to terms with his fading glory, Rocky takes on the unlikeliest of challengers in an exhibition bout that will be decided by one man's will to win. With a runtime of just over an hour and a budget of under $25 million, what could possibly go wrong? But it's a question no one dared ask when this gritty drama landed with a resounding punch on the big screen, earning Stallone his first Oscar nod in decades. From the sweltering jungles of Thailand to the dark corridors of war-torn Myanmar, Sylvester Stallone's iconic Rambo emerges as a gritty anti-hero driven by a singular purpose: rescue and redemption. As John James Rambo, Stallone embodies a complex tapestry of physical and emotional scars, forged in the crucible of Vietnam. With every brutal beat, every gut-wrenching confrontation, Stallone's performance distills the essence of this modern-day Odysseus, a man whose only solace lies in the mission that gives his life meaning. A calculated risk for Stallone to revisit this franchise after decades, Rambo 2008 earned a resounding box office haul and revitalized the character, cementing its place in Stallone's storied career legacy. Meet Simrita, a brilliant doctor, and Viraj, the object of her disdain, until she performs surgery on him. But when it's discovered that the watch she left inside him is a prized possession of a famous supermodel, Simrita's career is on the line. Enter Sylvester Stallone, an unlikely hero who brings his signature blend of action and humor to this wildly entertaining romp. As he navigates the ups and downs of Simrita's life, we see the lighter side of Stallone, a man not too shabby at comedy. The result? A thrilling adventure that balances drama, romance, and high-octane stunts. Meet Barney Ross, the leader of an elite team of mercenaries assembled by Sylvester Stallone in 2010's adrenaline-fueled thriller, The Expendables. In a cinematic universe where action heroes reign supreme, Stallone himself embodies the rugged charm and authority that defines his on-screen persona. With a gritty, macho presence, Barney Ross spearheads a group of deadly operatives, each with their own unique skills and quirks. But as they embark on a mission to take down a ruthless dictator, the team's dynamics are put to the test in this explosive, testosterone-fueled ride. A commercial behemoth that raked in over $274 million at the box office, The Expendables cemented Stallone's status as an action icon and revitalized his career trajectory, proving he still had a whole lot of ammo left in the bank. Sylvester Stallone's foray into family comedy is a delightfully unexpected turn, as evidenced in Zookeeper. The story follows Griffin Keyes, a zoo caretaker who finds his life getting back on track thanks to the unconventional advice of his animal friends, led by a memorable voice turn from Stallone as Joe the Lion. With a runtime of just over an hour and a budget of $80 million, Zookeeper proved a box office smash, grossing over $170 million worldwide. For Stallone, This film marked a significant shift towards lighter fare, one that showcased his versatility as a performer and demonstrated his ability to connect with audiences across genres. Meet Barney Ross, the tough-as-nails leader of a special task force known as the Expendables, assembled by Mr. Church for one last job that's supposed to be a walk in the park. But when things go sideways and one of their own is murdered, this team finds itself in the midst of a deadly game where revenge is just the beginning. Sylvester Stallone brings his signature grit and intensity to the role, as Barney Ross navigates treacherous terrain and unexpected foes. As the Expendables take on their deadliest enemy yet, they prove that even the toughest battles can't silence the call of duty or the legend of a true warrior. Sylvester Stallone stars as James Bonomo, a hardened hitman, in the gritty, action-packed thriller Bullet to the Head. After a chance encounter with a cop, Bonomo is forced to form an unlikely alliance with his new partner to take down their common enemy. With Stallone's signature blend of grit and charisma, he brings depth to the film's complex web of revenge and retribution. Behind the scenes, the budget was modest at $55 million, but Stallone delivered a punch with a runtime of just 92 minutes, yielding only $9 million at the box office. Despite its limited financial success, Bullet to the Head remains an intriguing entry in Stallone's storied career, cementing his status as a master of high-octane entertainment. Sylvester Stallone's latest action thriller is a masterclass in self-referential revenge, where the man who's made a career of breaking out breaks into the ultimate challenge, his own creation. Ray Breslin, played by Stallone with trademark grit and determination, is the world's foremost authority on structural security, having spent years designing escape-proof prisons for a living. When he's framed and incarcerated in the very prison he built, Stallone puts his skills to the test, racing against time to outsmart the system and uncover the truth behind his imprisonment. With no one to trust but himself, Ray Breslin must use all his knowledge to survive and escape alone. Meet Henry Razor Sharp, a gruff, aging boxer brought out of retirement for one final shot at glory. Sylvester Stallone gives a career-defining performance as the rough-around-the-edges Razor, bringing his signature grit and charm to this comedy classic. Alongside Robert De Niro's iconic tough guy, Frankie Dunne, they're coaxed into the ring 30 years after their last match. With its lighthearted tone and hilarious chemistry between Stallone and De Niro, Grudge Match is a wildly entertaining ride that proved even at 71, Sly still had some tricks up his sleeve. Meet Reach Me, a gripping drama that weaves together the lives of strangers bound by a mysterious self-help book. Sylvester Stallone takes on the role of Gerald, a quiet yet intense figure with an unsettling presence. As the story unfolds, his character's connection to the book becomes increasingly sinister, propelling the narrative towards its shocking conclusion. With a modest budget and a runtime of just 95 minutes, Reach Me was made on $5 million but packs a punch at the box office, securing a TMDb rating of 5.229/10. Stallone's performance anchors this tense thriller, solidifying his status as a master of the dramatic craft. Meet the latest chapter in Sylvester Stallone's iconic franchise, The Expendables 3. Action-packed and thrilling, this adrenaline-fueled ride pits Barney Ross against his old nemesis, Conrad Stonebanks. As Barney, Stallone delivers a commanding performance, blending grit with humor as he takes on the ruthless arms trader in an epic battle of old school versus new school. Behind the scenes, the team's chemistry was put to the test. Reviews praised Stallone's leadership and action sequences that pushed limits. With a $215 million box office haul, The Expendables 3 solidified its place as one of Stallone's most commercially successful films, cementing his status as a master of high-octane entertainment. 106 words. Meet Creed, the emotional knockout that revived Sylvester Stallone's iconic franchise. Set against a backdrop of loss and legacy, Rocky Balboa returns to trainer Adonis Johnson, the son of his dear friend Apollo Creed. As mentor and father figure, Rocky guides Adonis on his journey to claim his family's name. Stallone brings his trademark grit and heart to the role, pouring every ounce of passion into a performance that resonates deeply with audiences. The film's modest budget belies its massive impact, grossing over $174 million worldwide, cementing Creed's place as a triumphant chapter in Stallone's storied career. Meet Ratchet and Clank, an action-packed animated adventure that brings together an unlikely hero and his robotic sidekick in a battle to save the galaxy. Sylvester Stallone lends his iconic voice to Victor Von Ion, a charismatic space smuggler with a heart of gold. As Ratchet and Clank join forces with an elite squad, they must confront a ruthless space captain threatening the universe. With a modest budget and a modest box office return, Ratchet and Clank may seem like a footnote in Stallone's impressive career. Yet, it showcases his versatility as a voice actor and his ability to bring humor and gravitas to even the most unexpected roles. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, released in 2017. Stallone played Stakar Ogord in this science fiction, adventure, action film. The Guardians must fight to keep their newfound family together as they unravel the mysteries of Peter Quill's true parentage. Escape Plan 2, Hades, released in 2018. Stallone played Ray Breslin in this action, thriller, crime, mystery, science fiction film. Ray Breslin manages an elite team of security specialists trained in the art of breaking people out of the world's most impenetrable prisons. When his most trusted operative, Shu Ren, is kidnapped and meet Sylvester Stallone's foray into family-friendly animation, Animal Crackers, a whimsical adventure that combines comedy, fantasy, and heart. In the film, Stallone lends his voice to Bullet Man, a wisecracking hero who helps save a struggling circus from its evil Uncle Horatio P. Huntington. Behind the scenes, the film's modest budget of $17 million was met with enthusiasm, yielding a respectable box office take of $13 million. Despite mixed reviews, Animal Crackers remains a charming addition to Stallone's eclectic filmography, showcasing his versatility as a performer and proving that even in animation, he can deliver bite-sized magic. Meet Adonis Creed, the latest chapter in the Rocky saga, where a new generation of boxer takes center stage. Sylvester Stallone returns as the iconic Rocky Balboa, guiding his son through the trials of the ring. As Adonis trains for his next fight against Ivan Drago's son, Victor, he must confront the weight of his family's past and his own identity. With a runtime of 130 minutes and a budget of $50 million, Creed 2 is a gripping drama action film that raked in over $214 million at the box office. With a TMDb rating of 7.035/10, it's clear why this film resonated with audiences worldwide. Stallone's performance cements his legacy as a master of the sports genre. Backtrace, released in 2018. Stallone played Sykes in this crime, action, adventure, thriller film. The lone surviving thief of a violent armored car robbery is sprung from a high-security facility and administered an experimental drug. Meet Escape Plan, The Extractors, a high-octane thriller that pits action legend Sylvester Stallone against the world's most ruthless prison guards. As Ray Breslin, a seasoned security expert, Stallone must assemble a team to rescue his kidnapped girlfriend and a Hong Kong tech mogul's daughter from a formidable Latvian jail. With its breakneck pace and pulse-pounding suspense, this 97-minute adrenaline rush is a testament to Stallone's enduring appeal. Behind the scenes, the film's modest budget belied its box office success, earning just $2 million worldwide. Despite this, The Extractors solidifies Stallone's reputation as a master of high-stakes action. A personal and relentless mission unfolds, setting the stage for an unforgettable showdown with sadistic foes. Meet John Rambo, Sylvester Stallone's iconic warrior, who's finally found a measure of peace on his Arizona ranch. But when Gabriella, the granddaughter of his housekeeper, disappears in Mexico, Rambo's tranquil life is shattered. With his signature grit and determination, Stallone brings Rambo to life once more, navigating treacherous landscapes and confronting his own demons. Behind the scenes, a modest budget of $50 million belied a critical hit, with a 6.5/10 rating on IMDb. The film's success marked a triumphant return for Stallone, cementing his status as an action icon. As Rambo says, "Everyone has one more fight in them," and Stallone delivers a stirring performance that echoes through the franchise's storied history. The Suicide Squad, released in 2021. Stallone played King Shark, voice, in this action, comedy, adventure film. Supervillains Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, Peacemaker, and a collection of nutty cons at Belle Reve prison join the super-secret, super-shady Task Force X as they are dropped off at the remote enemy infield. Samaritan, released in 2022. Stallone played Joe Smith in this science fiction, crime, action film. 13-year-old Sam Cleary suspects that his mysteriously reclusive neighbor Mr. Smith is actually the legendary vigilante Samaritan, who was reported dead 25 years ago. With crime on the rise in T. Sylvester Stallone's Stakar-Ogord is an unlikely hero in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, a science fiction epic that defies genre conventions. The film follows Peter Quill as he rallies his team to defend the universe against an existential threat. Stallone brings gravitas to his role, anchoring the ensemble cast with his trademark intensity. Behind the scenes, the production was marked by emotional highs and lows, particularly after a devastating loss of one of its beloved stars. The result, a 7.932/10 masterpiece that raked in $846 million at the box office, cementing Stallone's status as a versatile action hero. Meet The Expendables 4, an action-packed thrill ride that brings together a legendary team of mercenaries. Sylvester Stallone reprises his role as Barney Ross, the fearless leader with a no-nonsense attitude. With a new breed of recruits shaking things up, Ross must navigate uncharted territory and confront his own mortality. Behind the scenes, the film's massive budget and modest box office return tell a story of calculated risks and uncertain payoffs. Despite its commercial mixed signals, The Expendables 4 remains a testament to Stallone's enduring appeal as an action hero, cementing his place in the pantheon of Hollywood legends. Armor, released in 2024. Stallone played Rook in this action, crime, thriller film. Armored truck security guard James Brody is working with his son Casey, transporting millions of dollars between banks when a team of thieves led by Rook orchestrate a takeover of their truck to seize. Sylvester Stallone takes on his most complex role, yet as Chester in the gripping thriller Alarum. In this high-stakes game of cat and mouse, two married spies caught in a web of international intrigue must fight to survive. Stallone brings depth and nuance to his character, a man driven by loyalty and duty. As the stakes rise, he expertly navigates the blurred lines between loyalty and deception. Behind the scenes, Alarum faced production challenges, but ultimately proved a commercial success, earning Stallone a modest box office haul of $40 million worldwide. A notable entry in Stallone's filmography, Alarum showcases his versatility as an actor and cemented his status as a master of the action genre.